For number 27, once again, it's very similar to number 23. Right, so the information is drawn in, and we're trying to solve this triangle, which means we need to find the other missing pieces. So the first piece that we're going to find is angle B. I'm going to find angle B by doing 90 minus 64, which in this case is 26. So angle B is 26 degrees. Now, what we're given in relationship to angle A is the opposite side. No, excuse me, the adjacent side. So we need to use the trig functions that use adjacent. So one of the trig functions that uses adjacent is tangent. So we use the tangent of 64 is equal to opposite over adjacent. If we want to solve for letter A, we're going to multiply top and bottom by 32. So what we'll have here is 32 times the tangent of 64 is going to equal A. And once again, we're going to round to the nearest hundredth, or 2 decimal places. So 32 times the tangent of 64, making sure once again that your calculator is in degree mode. And what we'll get here is 65.61, and that's approximate, so I'll just use the approximate symbol here. So little a is approximately 65.61 units long. To figure out little side c, once again using adjacent, if you use adjacent over hypotenuse, you're using cosine, but then your hypotenuse would be in the denominator. So your unknown would be in the denominator. So instead of using sine, I'm going to use cosecant. So cosecant of theta is equal to the reciprocal of opposite over, or adjacent over hypotenuse. Pardon me. My mistake. I'm using adjacent over hypotenuse, which is cosine, and its reciprocal is secant. So secant of theta is equal to little c over 32, which means I'm going to multiply both sides by 32, which means I'll have 32 times the secant of theta equals c. Now you should notice on your calculator, you don't have a secant button. But remember, secant of theta is equal to 1 over cosine theta. So that's how we're going to use this. So really, 32 times secant, or 1 over cosine of theta, is going to equal our c value. Now, I made another small mistake here. I have all of my thetas as I have all my angle measures of theta, and really my angle measures we already know are 64. So these should all be 64. 64. So when you type this into your calculator, type it in as 32 times 1 over cosine of 64. And rounding it to the nearest decimal point, you actually get 72.997. So really, it's going to round all the way to 73. So in this case, our c value is approximately 73 units long. So little c, 73. Now remember, our hypotenuse should be our largest side measure. And 73 is larger than 65.61, and it's larger than side B, which is 32, so it makes sense.